So, Chris, did you find out if conglomerate?
Yes. Conglomerate. It's a
It's
real word.
Well, it didn't sound like a word when you said it, and then now I've said conglomerate. It sounds more of a word.
It's 100% a word.
Yeah, but actually, it was the other way around. You know how sometimes you say words and then they feel like they're not words anymore?
Yeah.
The more I said it, the more I was like, actually, maybe this is a word. You know what I mean?
It is a word.
Okay.
So
what is it?
A thing consisting of a number of different and distinct parts or items that are grouped together. A conglomerate.
Like a congregation.
Conglomerate.
Yeah. But you used it in the sense of
we'll get together and we'll conglomerate.
We'll have a discussion about it. But basically, us getting together, not discussing, would be the conglomeration.
Yeah, so if we say conglomerate, because there's different versions of it.
Okay.
But it says here, gather together into a compact mass.
Oh.
So, like, getting together.
It's
just a coming together, isn't it? We'll conglomerate. We'll come together.
Do you want to come together in a compact mass?
The more you say come together, it's a little bit
it sounds weird.
Off-putting, to be honest.
Kind of weird, yeah. But I every day is a school day with you, Chris. It really
Thanks,
is.
man.
I feel like I learn something new every day with you, and I didn't expect words to be one of them.
It's because I love a fun fact, mate.
Yeah.
Always had a thirst for knowledge.
I'm going to start trying to use conglomerate in my life.
It's a good word, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I like the description of it being a compact mass.
Yeah, like a coming together.
Yeah. Stop saying coming together.
You started it.
It doesn't sound very good. Oh, but yeah, Chris, where are we today?
So we are in my house.
Yes,
we're in my house, and Ned's here too.
Hey.
Ned's back on the podcast.
Let's go, Ned. Nedley.
Let's go.
Paolo Nedved. He's just looking at me.
Just looks at you like, what, dude? Stop saying my name.
I know, right?
It's like, what? If you're not going to say anything, stop wearing it out.
It's an interesting question. You know, so dogs know their names.
Yeah.
But do they know it's their name? Or do they just know that word or that sound is means something? Or do they think it's... do you think they have a concept of this is my name? Or are they just when they when they make this
when
noise?
You say it's time to listen.
Yeah, when they say this noise, I listen to them.
Yeah. They
want me normally.
Yeah, it's not normally means I've got to do something.
Yeah, no, it means they want me, so...
Yeah.
I mean, isn't
that what a name is anyway?
Interesting, yeah. Who was the first person to come up with a name? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I think that would go quite back, because I imagine it'd be back in caveman times.
Yeah. Do you think
they would have just been and you're and he's
That's very close together.
Yeah, but
I feel like
animal.
Guys, who do you want? Or ah? Who do you want?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one of us? Because I'm out here trying to gather fruit, right? I'm trying to make sure this tribe's got some food, got some sustenance.
Yeah.
But you keep calling me over here, and I don't know whether you're calling me or Can we differentiate this a little bit? Because we speak in full sentences.
Because I'm talking like this now, and we've not actually come up with any names.
Yeah, we should actually start with names. Can I be called Tom? I quite like Tom.
Yeah, but then you could say Tom's too close to Dom.
Yeah, then
Why have we got Tom and Dom?
Don't call the other guy Dom. That's what I'm saying.
Don't call him and
This is why Chris and Tom works.
Okay.
Because
that's right.
they're different parts of the alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not Chris and Carl.
I mean, that would have been all right.
Chris and...
Nothing rhymes with Chris.
Tiss.
Yeah, that's a name.
Tiss. Yeah, it could be short for Tishilla.
Christian Tish.
Yeah. Crash and Tash. This is stupid. Welcome back to the podcast, guys, where we ask the question, do book covers tell the story? I'm Chris.
No, you're not.
Oh, well, change it up.
All right, well, then I'll be Tom.
And this is Judge a Book by its cover.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like being called Chris, actually. I've kind of been... Because I've been called Tom for so long.
I'm going to say that didn't hurt, but...
No.
What's wrong with Chris?
No, Chris is fine. It reminds me of Christmas.
Right.
It's also both of us very religious names.
Yeah, Christopher. It's Christ bearer.
Biblical name. Tom was one of the elves. One of Santa's elves. One of his what? His followers, disciples.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah.
Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Yes, I played him in a nativity once.
Right.
I don't know if they just kind of gave me that part because I wouldn't respond to any other name besides my own.
Just looking at you going, do you want your character to be called Tom?
That would be really helpful. I don't know if
Sometimes I don't know who you're talking to.
Yeah, I feel like maybe like a parents' evening. My the teacher said to my mum like he's got this part in the play, but he doesn't respond to it. Mum was like, maybe we should like call him Tom. 'Cause he responds to that. I wasn't a very smart kid. Still not very smart. I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah, so I played him, and there was one moment where I had to fall to my knees. I think it was like I fall to my knees because he rises again, and I was doubting. I went down to my knees and I like hit the floor with my knees so hard that that all the parents in the audience gasped.
Still going for the shock factor.
That's it, commitment. And I've always committed.
Nice, like it.
Were you ever in like nativities?
Yeah, I always used to play like the shepherd though. I just used to be like a shepherd.
Did you have a shepherd look as a kid?
I don't know. They just like to slap a beard on me and just put me at the back.
Get him gone.
Yeah, like this guy needs to go to the back.
You were a child star though, weren't you? You were in a movie?
Yeah. So I used to be in Directions Theatre of Arts.
Yeah.
And I went to go and do a movie called Frontman. I think it was in Nottingham. And it was like basically a scene that was filmed in someone's garage, which was quite cool. Yeah.
And
pretend to be
did
like
you
a
get
band.
paid?
No.
Oh. Well, you were a childhood star in my eyes.
Yeah.
You didn't go off the rails like Macaulay Culkin though. You didn't do heroin and stuff.
Hey, I didn't let it go to my head.
Hey, you know what? People should learn from you. You know?
Could show them the way.
Yeah. You could have let it get to your head. You could have, but you didn't.
You could have, but you didn't.
But you didn't.
So
that's all I have to say about it.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, guys, if you do happen to hear the dog, or you happen to hear like what sounds like cars, it's because it's outside. So
yeah, it's because we're in a house and not in a studio.
Enjoy the ambience of it all.
I feel like I don't feel like we've recorded here for ages.
We actually haven't. We haven't recorded since season 1 here.
Right.
It's quite fun. I like the comfort of it all, and I think the cars coming past and everything is the ambience. And what we're trying to do, Chris, is basically we want you, the listeners, to feel like you're sat on the couch with us. And what better than do that than have some cars driving past?
Yeah. And a dog nibbling stuff.
Like little ASMR.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, man. Well, shall we, buddy, get into it?
I think it's about time.
See you on the other side, brother.
Bye.
So, Chris, tell everyone we're doing things a little bit differently in season 4. Could you tell them? Because I don't want to.
Could you do it? Because I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
don't feel confident enough that I know what's different.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
We're cracking down now.
Ooh.
Because we've got to season 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the first 3 seasons, I think we were playing about with it a little bit.
We're having too much fun, Chris.
But now.
Stop the fun.
No, stop the fun. No, we're still going to have fun. But all these books, okay, that we're showing don't tell the story.
No, they don't tell the story.
No, we're just letting them get away scot-free.
I know. So many books are wandering the street who just don't tell the story.
Right.
I bumped into a
We're
few.
calling them out and then putting them back out into the world and saying, just keep doing what you were doing anyway.
And I just feel that's not right.
No.
It's not a right thing to do.
So from now on,
Ooh,
right?
you're going serious.
Yeah.
Serious, Chris.
From now on.
If you can see what I could see, guys, it's
Fire in my eyes.
It's you wouldn't want to mess with him. You know what I mean? Very stern, but fair.
All the qualities of a good leader.
Oh, yeah, oh, I would follow you to the end.
Yeah, so
Sorry, I threw you off.
yeah, you threw me off. It just went.
I like doing this part rather than having facts to say.
So from now on,
Yeah.
if there is a book that we are not satisfied tells the story, the actual story, it's going in the slammer.
And we've rented out a slammer.
We'll slam the door for you now. Just one second. Then you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, it's good, that.
Right?
That's a good one. I liked how you did the movement. Even though no one can see us, you did the movement of it all.
No, it was just for me.
Oh,
For my
okay.
purpose. Any bad books are going to go into the slammer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And all the good books, they're going to get a walk away.
Yeah.
And go back into the world.
Because, yes, they might not tell our story. Fair enough. You know. But if they don't tell the story that when we read the blurb, you think you'll walk out?
Yeah. You think we're just going to let you get away with that?
Yeah. Because there's no two people better for the job, Chris, than me and you.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true.
Also, what we're doing is we're not going to pick a book each. We're just going to find a book that we
We're
both
saying
agree on.
goodbye to the word picture.
Yes. For now. Who knows if it will return. We will still
say a
paint.
few words?
Will we still paint a word picture for them? I think we shall.
Loose.
Yeah, a loose one.
Loosey-goosey.
We're going to keep it loose, keep it fresh, keep it running.
I'm loose.
Okay. Okay, and that being said, Chris, what book have we picked today?
That being said, I've found a book here that is called
Go on. I love the name.
Death
Yes.
and Croissants.
I love this title. When you said it to me, I was like, yes. And then we ran and got the microphones and turned them on. I'm that excited. Death and Croissants.
Death and Croissants.
Do you like it when people say croissant?
Croissant.
Like, just out of the blue. So they'll be talking to you like this. Like, oh yeah, I went down pub the other day and then I went and for food I had some croissant and then don't change your accent.
It's-
Just say croissant. It's okay.
Yeah. It's a French word. It should be said with a French accent.
Fair enough. Agree to disagree.
Fair enough.
I don't care. Death and croissant. Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissants.
Croissant.
Croissants.
Croissant. So
Anyway, you get the picture.
yeah, I get the picture. So tell the people if you can now look up, if you want to, you could
Yeah,
look it up.
so the book is called Death and Croissants by Ian Moore.
Ian Moore.
Ian Moore.
Ian Moore. Ian Less.
Ian more than
actually.
that.
Ian Less.
Ian more than that.
Ian more than that. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ian Moore, you'll find it's not like a crazy front cover, like as in, you know, it's
I
not
might actually
elaborate.
get up on my phone
Yeah,
as
get
well.
up on your phone.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to draw it, so
I'm just watching you.
yeah, I'm doing all the work here.
You
Carrying this podcast.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
You are doing it. No, you're right. It's just, I'm just hurt when you said it, but it's true. Sometimes the truth
True,
hurts.
but it doesn't.
Death
And croissant.
and croissant. Croissant. That's how you spell it, isn't it?
No, croissants.
Croissant. Yeah, it turns out I can't spell croissants.
Croissants.
I spelled it cross. Oint.
Cross oint.
Yes. Is it the picture of?
Is there multiple? I've
Oh
only found this one.
God! Oh God! I'm getting the ebook up.
Do not.
No, I didn't. It did. It just shared. It was like the opening page of like the contents and stuff. Where is these? It's only £3.99.
painful.
Free delivery.
$9.99 for Waterstones.
Oh yes. Did you find it on Waterstones?
I did indeed.
Lovely.
My go-to.
Right. Yes. Is it got a dead bird at the top?
It has indeed.
Okay.
Which I believe is probably I'm going to say pheasant.
Let me go for a closer inspection. Can concur. I have no idea. Turns
Perfect.
out
Thank you.
I don't quite know
That was great.
what birds look like. Really, I don't think I know that many birds.
Okay.
Great tit, blue tit.
What did you call me?
Exactly. And then it's got a croissant below croissant.
Yeah.
So it's that one. If you want to look it up now, look it up now. If you don't, I'm not your mum.
We're going to give you 3 seconds.
2, 1.
Okay. You should
Okay.
have it up now.
Right, Ian Moore. Death and Croissants.
You're about to get J.A.B.B.I.C.
Son. So anyway, let's dive right into it. Let's get our
The first thing
trunks
I
on.
look at when I look at this thing is the bird.
Yeah, bird's dead.
Like it's almost like tragically dead though.
Mm.
It's like
It ceased to be.
it's almost its legs cocked up in that sort of like faint sort of
Yeah,
what have you done to me?
very dramatic. Very.
Ah.
Yeah, it's very.
It says on it a Folly Valley mystery. Do you reckon Folly Valley? That's where it's set.
Folly Valley.
Folly Valley.
Yeah.
In France.
Folly Valley in France. It's a French name, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
French
Folly.
it up.
French it up,
Folly
bro.
Valley.
Folly.
Valley.
Folly Valley.
Folly Valley. Croissant. Sorry.
This
French
is going to
people.
be a fun
Yeah,
podcast
sorry,
for any French people listening.
Yeah. We
We
know
do
that we're butchering
apologise.
it and we're idiots. We know we're idiots and we're sorry. But not enough to stop. Okay, yeah. So it's a dramatic death that.
It is a dramatic death.
So the Folly Valley, in France, mystery means that there's clearly it's a murder mystery situation.
Yeah.
Of death and croissants.
Yeah.
Do you think it's something to do with the croissant is like it's
Poisoned.
It's a killer chef,
A killer
baker,
chef.
a baker,
Yeah.
a candlestick maker.
Why would it be a candlestick?
I don't know. It just rhymed. I don't know. I don't think it's true.
Right. Well, thanks for that.
No, it's a street and there's lots of shops and they all rhyme. There's a baker,
Shoemaker.
shoemaker, toy maker, and candlestick maker. And they're all shops.
All makers.
All makers. They make things.
All makers.
All makers and
Makers and bakers.
Bakers and makers. That's what the precinct's called.
So they're in a precinct.
In a precinct.
Right.
Well,
they're
just
in a precinct
outside.
called Bakers and Makers.
You don't have to go in the precinct to get into the shop.
No, so they're like on the outskirts.
Yeah, you know, one of those.
Yeah.
They're part of the precinct, but they're not in it.
Right. Okay.
Can't be held down.
Yeah. Part of Bakers and Makers.
Bakers and makers.
Yeah. And there is a baker there who bakes croissants.
Yeah, he's called Stefan.
Stefan. Oh.
French it up.
Okay. What's Stefan's gripe? Why is he giving people poison croissants?
Maybe it's because he wants to be in the precinct.
He's trying to eliminate the competition.
Yeah, that's right. There's a free opening.
So he's going around giving them more croissants.
Yes. Because he wants...
Just trying to be like neighbourly,
Yeah.
but he's not.
No.
He's popping them off.
Because he wants to...
Stefan.
Stefan wants a bigger shop
Okay.
inside the precinct.
That makes sense.
Because that's where everyone's getting their worldly goods.
Yeah.
And he's like,
There's
man.
more custom there.
Yeah, he's like, everyone's got croissants. Everyone's coming out of the precinct with croissants.
Yeah.
And I make croissants. And
maybe, well, that was terrible. I hope if you heard that was somebody going past very loudly. Just so you know, we are still in the living room.
Yeah.
We're not out on the street.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking like somebody's investigating it.
Okay.
And the only the piece of evidence that starts to unfold everything is in every crime scene.
Yeah.
There's some crumbs.
Oh, okay.
Some crumbs of croissant.
So Folie Verlue it's been terrorized. Deaths left, right, and center in the precinct, right? But it's Stefan, but no one knows it's Stefan. Can we do like an Emily in Paris situation?
I've never watched that, so I don't know.
Neither have I, but I know about it. She basically goes to find herself, eat, pray, love, in Paris.
Okay.
So can we do it like someone who's can I have that little moment? Maybe it's someone who's come to the Folie Verlue to have had their Emily in Paris moment. So,
okay.
It turns out a lot more death than in the show.
So are they going to investigate the... Right, okay.
Yeah. Name. Give me a name.
Of who?
Emily in Paris.
Oh, okay. Are we going female lead?
Yeah,
Okay.
Emily in Paris. I feel like we got Stefan. Let's,
Jenny.
Jenny in Valley Valley.
Yeah, Jenny in Folly Valley.
And she used to be a detective,
Yeah.
but she cast it aside.
PI.
Yeah, she didn't want to. She did it at such a young age. She
At such a young age. She peaked so soon.
Peaked so soon. She was like 13. What? I know.
Right.
She did it after school or before school, like a paper round.
Before school. She was a PI before school.
Yeah, because of her young age, she wasn't corrupted by anyone, so she was like the most honest, and also she thought outside the box a lot because she's creative and young. But now she's in her 20s. She pushed that last life aside. She doesn't want to be a PI anymore. So she goes to Folly Valley to
find herself
because she's heard so much about this place.
Reinvent herself.
Yeah, she wants to go to the famous precinct, Bakers and Makers.
But then, obviously, murders are happening, and she's thrust back into
a life that she wanted to say goodbye to, Chris.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to have to take it upon myself now.
She dons the tweed cap again.
Apparently, the police of Folly Valley are useless. Yeah. And
well, it doesn't normally happen. This doesn't happen in Folly Valley. So she dons the tweed hat and the satin cape, and that's what she dresses up as.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so she goes and tries to discover what happened. It's the croissants, it's the crumbs. The crumbs come to her head a lot.
Crumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day she's just like
crumbs.
She's interviewing someone. She's just like, I got crumbs everywhere. Why is there always crumbs Boom. Why is there crumbs everywhere, Chris?
Because Stefan.
Because Stefan.
Stefan has always made it known he's not happy.
No.
With being on the outside.
Yeah. Carry on.
No, because I feel like you were going to say something.
No, carry on.
Helpful.
No, carry on.
You weren't going to say anything helpful.
Nope.
No.
Nope, not in that kind of mood.
No.
Carry on.
So Stefan is he's trying to get a bigger shop. He wants to move on the inside. So what he's doing is he's taking croissants to...
What's his shop called?
Stefan Croissant.
And he really wants to eliminate the competition because there's other croissant shops in the precinct.
Oh, yeah, but none like Stefan's.
No, because this is what I was going to stop you with. What gives him away in the end is because his croissants are the most flakiest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what
nobody can get there.
That's the key to a good croissant.
Yeah.
Is the flakiness.
Yeah,
flakiness. Yeah. So maybe Stefan takes in Jenny.
Okay.
Initially.
What, like trying to help her? Hiding in plain sight? Like a Sweeney Todd almost.
Yes.
Oh, like a Sweeney Todd.
It's
like
like
that.
baking people in the croissants. Oh my God.
People into the croissants.
Oh!
That's why they're so flaky.
Oh God. Stefan is a real piece of work, man.
He really is. Yeah, he's become
all
very...
this for a bigger store. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, so then ultimately in the end she finds out, and obviously it's all revealed, and she's this is awful for her. But she saves Folly Valley
from Stefan's turn.
Stefan. Is there a big fight in the end? What happens to Stefan? Does he get his comeuppance? Obviously, but
he's got to get his comeuppance. But I think he goes to jail. I don't think he dies.
Okay, he
leaves it open for a sequel.
Yes. Okay.
He disappears from prison.
How about this? Right. So right near the end, so everyone's back. She's like, she decides to take off the hat and the cape again. She wants to just be normal. This was the last time she puts it and folds it and put it back in the box.
Yeah.
That she carries with her. As a reminder. And she goes off to, you know what, maybe Folly Valley wasn't my cup of tea. I'm going to go to the seaside next, right? So she goes off to the seaside, and then we read on, and we think that's over. We think it's just like a nice little round a bit, and we're in the police station in Folly Valley in the prison, and then all of a sudden, there's the person looking after the prison cells. is upside down like the bird. Dead.
Oh,
All there is,
few crumbs.
few crumbs, doors open, but Stefan is nowhere to be seen.
Oh,
And Jenny
to be continued.
Jenny gets a call.
He becomes like her, like villain.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
A Folly Valley.
A Felly Velly.
And maybe in the sequel, they don't just go to Folly Valley. It changes different places.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
No. This thing's bigger than Folly Valley.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. I actually want to read that.
Yeah. I do. You know, there's a moment when we make these stories, and I know that we make them really silly and stuff, but
I'm having a drink. I'm drinking.
Nice. I'm going to be quiet because I wanted you to get that noise.
Carry on.
Yeah, when we make these stories, and I always just think, like, oh, it sounds so good, and then I have to remind myself that it's not real.
It's not a real one.
Yeah.
Still misleading.
Shall we see if we got it right?
Let's see if we got it right.
Are you ready for this, Tom?
Y'all ready for this? Yeah.
Okay. Richard is a middle-aged Englishman who runs a B&B in the fictional Val de Folly in the Loire Valley.
Folly Valley.
Folly Valley.
We did say it was going to be in Folly Valley.
Yeah?
It's in Folly Valley. And it's a made-up place that we made up as well. Folly Valley.
Folly Valley.
That's one.
Got it.
Carry on. God, we're on fire.
Nothing ever happens to Richard.
Oh.
And
Nothing really happens to Richard.
Nothing really happens to Richard. And really, that's the way he likes it. One day, however, one of his older guests disappears, leaving behind a bloody handprint on the wall. Another guest, the exotic Valerie, persuades a reluctant Richard to join her in investigating the disappearance. Richard remains a dazed passenger in the case until things become really serious and someone murders Ava Gardner, one of his beloved hens.
So he's a hen.
And you don't mess with a fellow's hens.
Oh, Richard's gonna get got somebody.
He's gonna get his.
You're gonna get his.
That's it. That's
kind of like a John Wick, but for boring Englishmen, who have hens, not dogs. You know, have you seen John Wick?
No.
Basically, his dog gets killed, and then he goes on a rampage and kills the person, or
kills everybody.
Kind of revenge for the dog death, but
right.
This one is kind of like that.
It's a bit like that.
Played by Keanu Reeves.
It says a peace-loving British B&B owner in rural France turns sleuth when one of his guests disappears in the first wonderfully witty whodunit in Moore's entertaining Folly Valley series. Perfect for fans of the Thursday Murder Club.
Richard Osman.
Richard Osman, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday Murder Clubs. That was one of the first one we practiced, didn't we, when we were in...
well, when we first
we seen if it would work.
We actually came up with a really good full story, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And but we were in Malta. We just had no way to record it, didn't we?
No.
But yeah, we sort of that was when we were trying it out. Amazing. Chris, do you think that told the story?
I don't think
Why
it gave
is there
much away.
Besides France?
We did get Folly Valley from it.
Yeah, so we got Folly Valley from it. There is a hen that dies. And
there is a hen that dies. Yeah, that's true.
The hen is dead. Croissants, France. Okay. We got a location from it. We got an upturned down bird.
Yeah.
Which is a hen now, we know.
And there is going to be Death and Croissants.
Death and Croissants.
I don't know where the croissants come into it.
It's in France.
It's in France, but what does it matter?
I suppose it's just
There's also snails.
Yeah.
They eat snails.
And they do.
Yeah. So it could have been Death and Snails. Go.
French. Yeah. So we got Folly Valley mystery. Folly Valley.
Nice.
Chris, I'm tempted to say that tells the story.
I'm quite tempted to say it tells the story as well. I think we should let him walk free.
Ian Moore and Death and Croissants. Get out of here.
Go on, get.
Go on before we change our mind.
There he goes. There he goes.
There he goes again.
You beautiful bastard.
You. Hey. Not everyone's gonna get off like that,
No.
but I feel like that told the story, Chris.
Yeah, it definitely deserved to.
Well done.
be
I
fair.
wouldn't. Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
I like that story as well.
Yeah, me
I
too.
liked our story too.
That was fun.
That was really good.
There's one to look out for, actually. I think. Would you read that?
Murder mysteries. Only problem with murder mysteries is the backstories and stuff of all the characters. I
get that, but if it's like a funny one, because apparently it's a funny story.
I could read
it's
that.
comedy.
I could read that. Well, I've just finished reading like some like dystopian stuff. I'm ready for some kind of comedy, so maybe I'll do that.
Nice.
Yeah, recently read 1984, and it's kind of
Yeah.
told you about it.
Yeah. We don't need to get into
Oh my
it.
god, no, because wow,
It's heavy.
Heavy, just very
Too
sad.
heavy for this
Too
podcast.
heavy for this podcast. But yeah, I would definitely read that book.
Yes, me too. Me too. I agree.
So I'd read it. It tells a story.
What more do you need?
Wow.
What more do you
So
need?
guys, go out there and if you haven't read it, read it. I bet the audiobook could as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll audiobook it.
Maybe.
Should we lead off with a fun fact?
Do you have one?
I do not yet, but I can find one in a minute.
I have one. Do you know in Switzerland
Yeah.
it's prohibited to keep only one guinea pig?
Oh, like you have to have a guinea pig?
No, as in
Two
if you have guinea pigs are really social creatures,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh, I
so they
love
love
guinea
to
pigs.
be
Do you
with
remember
other guinea
Pete?
pigs.
I do.
Yeah.
My mum used to have a guinea pig called
Yeah.
Pete. And you just go ring, 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 ring.
Yeah, it's fun.
Lovely.
Yeah, they're really social creatures, and they loved obviously being groups with other guinea pigs. So in Switzerland, they say that it's basically if you have one on its own, it's going to become lonely, and that is basically like animal cruelty.
Wow. That's really sad.
So it's prohibited.
Well, that's nice then.
You got to if you're going to have a guinea pig, you got to have at least two.
Does that mean that you get a lot of like guinea pig breeders because people are
Maybe.
having two at a time, or is it just like there's no one wants a guinea pig because they have to have two?
I don't know. I think you find both sides of it.
Is there a big guinea pig problem in Switzerland? Is what I'm thinking.
Not a guinea pig problem. I just think maybe they like guinea pigs and they think, well, they'd prefer to be together, so maybe don't just
Are
get
guinea
one.
pigs from Guinea?
Papa
New.
Papa New.
Papa New Guinea. I've been losing
From
sleep.
Papa New.
Papa New. Actually, I thought they were from like South America.
Probably.
I think there's a place that eats them.
Wow.
There's a country that eats guinea pig. I wonder what country do you think it is?
Nice. Why would you want to eat a guinea pig? They're so cute.
I'm typing in what country
Eats guinea pigs.
eats, and I'm gonna spell it like this, almost like Guinness.
You're not far off.
I can't. Colombia, Peru.
Peru. There's snakes in
Colombia,
Peru, don't there?
Peru. Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia.
Let's turn it into like.
It's rare and expensive. It's a delicacy.
Right.
It's called El Cuy. C-U-Y. Cuy.
Say Peru again.
Yeah. Peru.
You sound a bit like Billy Connolly.
Uh,
In Peru.
Yeah, it's widely available and become regularly eaten since the 60s. But it's a delicacy. Would you eat it?
Nope.
Oh. I've recently eaten a horse. And I quite liked it. In fact, I really liked it. So actually, I think I would. As long as it was killed humanely.
If it was already
It
prepared
wanted
for
to die.
me and it was there,
Yeah.
it's already been prepared.
Yeah.
It's already died.
It's on the end of a little toothpick.
I wouldn't want to eat it if it was like, if it was just like a little cube of meat.
Yeah.
And they just said, this is guinea pig.
And someone said...
And I couldn't look at it and
Did you
go,
want
that's a guinea pig. Like, I don't want to eat a bloody I don't want it to look like a guinea pig on a stick, basically. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because then I'd be like,
Like
no.
a hog roast, but for a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Sad.
No.
That'd make me
Do
cry.
not. Don't want to see that.
Isn't that weird that we have some animals that we look at and go, oh, we'd never eat that, but yet we never think that about when we see a pig and when we see like cows. I think are one of the most cutest animals I've ever seen. A Highland cow, oh my god, they're so
Highland
cute.
cows are great.
But I'd eat the hell out of it for sure.
Oh yeah, because it's so tasty.
They're really tasty. And on that note, Chris, it's nice to be back, and I can't wait to do more.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. For the last time of this podcast, I've been Tom.
I've been Chris, and you've been
J.A.B.B.I.C.
J.A.B.B.I.C.
Yeah, buddy.
It's so
I
good to be
know.
back.
I quite like the setup.
Yeah,
I could just
sounds
roll
nice.
into another one.